Good morning, year three. I hope you're well and have had a good day and a good weekend. In fact, 'cause I haven't seen you since last week. But today we're going to be thinking in our maths lesson and our recap maths lesson about adding and subtracting money. So I know you did this recently, and I was really impressed by the quality of your work. Maya in our class at school, but lots of you at home as well have done some really impressive work. So well done with that. I hope if you've been able to, you've actually handled some coins. And I know that if you had been at school, you would have been able to get the plastic money out as well. So if you have been able to handle real coins, then great. So you now hopefully are completely clear on which values have for which coin. We'll just go over a little bit of that today. And to be successful within the lesson, we're going to identify the value of those specific coins. We're going to link those values to questions that reference them in problems. So questions that are about money. And then we're going to solve these questions. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of work on this today. Okay, so I've jumbled up my coins. I've got all mixed up. I'm very rich though, you see. Now, can you remember what each one of these coins is worth? So you see the starting on the left, going to the right, pause the video and write down the value of each of them. Lots of them are pretty easy because if you look really close, you can see the number on the coin. Okay, unpause video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see how you did. Okay, did you get the 1 penny piece? Did you get the 5 penny piece? The 20 piece? 20 piece? 20 pence piece? Did you get a £1 and the 50p? What's this next one that's made up of two colours? The £2. Well done. Did anybody spot the 2 pence? Well done. And finally, our 10 pence. Okay, so of those coins, two of them are heptagons. Which two are heptagons? Yeah, it's the 20 and the 50p, isn't it? I'm sure Rebecca got that as well. And Leah, did you shout out? Yeah, good job. Okay, so you can see the values of the different coins. That's just to remind us of that before we then carry on. Now, what we're going to try and do is use some of these coins to see how we could make £4 and 50 pence. So we've got some of the coins that we looked at earlier here. So which ones could we combine? Which ones could we add together to make £4.50? Is there a really simple way using 3 coins? Is there a way using more than 5 coins? What do you reckon? I can see. Could I use a £2? A £2. What else could I put with it? Okie dokie, let's see what we've got. Now, there's lots of different ways. I've got some of them at the bottom here. So £2, and 50 pence. That's the easiest way, isn't it? 2 add 2 makes 4, doesn't it, Darcy? And then £4, add the 50 pence, makes £4.50. I could have also gone for £2, add the £1, add the £1, add 50p. I could also add £2 to 5 50p's if I had 5 50p's, but because I don't, I can add £2 to 4 50p's because 4 50p's is worth £2. That's now £4, and then I have my 20p to my 10p, my 10p, and my 10p. So there's different ways of doing it. I'm sure lots of you have got different ways of doing it. But basically here, seeing how our coins can then be collectively added together to make a value. Now, sometimes when we're solving additions, what we might, calculations, we use something that looks like a number line. So we've got £5.35, and then we're adding 2 other values to make complete value. So here, I've got my number line. It starts on the left-hand side at the bottom at £5.35. Then I add 65 pence. It's a strange number to pick, some of you are saying. What's that? Some of you are saying that's not strange because 65 is a number bond which goes with 35 to make 100. So if I've gone from £5.35 and I've made the 35 combined with the 65 pence to make 100 pence, now I've got £5 and 100 pence. So what would that be? 5 and £1, you're saying, because £1 is 100 pence. So that's £6, isn't it? And then I've got £2.85 more than that. So now I can see that that goes up to being £8.85. So you see that what we do is we combine those two amounts that we've jumped on. So we combine the £2.85 with the 65 pence, and that then becomes £3.50 that we've added on to £5.35, our start value. Have a read at what Jelani says here. Okay, how much pocket money has he got? Quite rich, isn't he? Lucky old sausage. He's got a £5, a £1, 3 20p's, and a 5 pence. So what would that be? £5 add £1 is £6. £6 add 3 20p's is £6.60. Add the 5 pence, so it's £6.65. And then his friend gives him £1.90. Good friend. Okay, so he's got now an extra £1.90 on his £6.65. So how much would that be altogether? Would it be more or less than £10, do you think? Let's see how you've done. £6.65 add £1.90 is £8.55. Well done if you managed to get that. Okie dokie. Jack's buying a pack of felt tips. He's saving up. So far, he's got that money at the bottom. What's that? A £2 and a 20p. What that combined make? 220 pence, £2.20. And the felt tip pens in total are going to cost him £3.35. So how much more will he need? What do you think? Well done. If you got £1.15, I should say, shouldn't I? I'll put a pause up on the video so you know that you need to solve the problem there. Next one, then we've got missing numbers on this number line. Okay, so here we've got 75p going to a pound. What's the gap between 75p and a pound? Remember, a pound is 100 pence. So what's that gap going up to £1? Then what's the final pound value that the next pound value would be before £6.70? Is that going to be £6, £5, or £7? What do you think? Let's see if we can solve it. Pause it while we try and do it. If you've got a ruler, try and draw this number line out. Pause it, and then in 5, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see how we did. So we see that the gap between 75p and a pound is 25p. The gap between a pound and £6 is £5, and it was £6 because that's the last whole pound before £6.70. And then we've got 70 more pence after that. Okay, so we can see that in total £5.95 was added on to our initial value of 75p. Shirelle likes 2 items that she could buy here. Okay, what's the difference in cost? How much less does the gold keyring cost compared to the fan? Would I do 7 take away 3 first, or would I identify the gap between £7.45, £7? How did I do it? Well, if I do 7 take away 3, the problem is the number of pennies for the fan is smaller than the number of pennies for the gold keyring. So I need maybe to use my number line. And if I do that, I'll see that the answer is £3.85. Right, guys. A little one of these. This is like our bar models. This one isn't about multiplication and division, but it does show us how we can work something out. Now, Saoirse has £7.85, but she spent £1.60 of it. Okay, so in the top bar, what value would you put? Yeah, Tyrese is saying, isn't he? £7.85, because that's the whole. The whole is £7.85. Then she takes away a bit of it because she spends it. So how much does she spend, Darcy? Yeah, she spent £1.60. So that's why that's in the smaller section. What we're trying to identify is how much is left in that second box next to the £1.60. What we do is we subtract £7.85, we subtract £1.60 from £7.85, and then we identify that it is £6.25. Right, guys, as well as the questions that we've just revisited with money today, you've got some work on on bar charts. Okay, and when you're doing that work for Mrs. Ashford, please make sure that you try really hard with your presentation. Okay, I know that with the bar chart that you've got for 2B, you'll need to be careful to identify what value each square is. So if you see on that left-hand side, that y-axis, that's the vertical axis that's going up, it goes 0, 2, 4, 6. So you need to remember that each square is worth 2. So each square is worth 2. So when you're showing that data from that tally chart where you've got 14 for walk, you're not going to do 14 squares. How many are you going to do? Well done, because 2 times 7 is 14. You're going to do 7 squares, aren't you? Okay, so just be careful with your representation of that. And also note that the bar chart on the left-hand side for the fruit, all of the columns are the same width. And that's really important that you try and do that in your bar chart, that all of your columns are the same width as well. Right, guys, I'm sure Miss Ashford's excited to see those. We might send you some answer sheets out. We're not sure. But if we do send you some answer sheets out today about the tally charts and the pictogram, you don't need to print those. Please don't print those. They're just to have a quick look at to see how you've got on. So don't print those. Don't print those. Great stuff. Good stuff, guys. Thank you very much for listening. And I look forward to seeing you all in person next week with your wonderful maths. And maybe some of you are going to be my friend and give me £1.60. No, okay, probably not. All right, okay, see you soon, guys. Bye-bye.